My main hobby in life is keeping tropical fish, freshwater fish. It's just always been a very peaceful and prayerful hobby for me. And a couple of weeks ago, I had my almost 5-year-old grandson Gugoots with me, and he wanted to go with me to the fish store. We had to pick out some food, and also we were in the market to get a new fish for one of my tanks. And the fish store that we go to, this local fish store, is a pretty cool store. It's got all sorts of fish, freshwater, saltwater, turtles, koi pond, everything. And he enjoys coming with Papa Jay from time to time. So we went to this fish store, and I let Gugoots pick out the fish we were going to get. We narrowed it down. We were going to get a fish called the red-tailed shark. It's not a real shark. It's a small freshwater fish, but it looks like a shark. It has a beautiful, deep black body with a red or deep orange tail. And we went to the tank where they had these baby red-tailed sharks swimming around, and Gugoots got to pick out the shark that he wanted. And it was just really beautiful to watch him interact with a very kind and generous and patient fish store employee. And she was engaging with him and talking to him about the new home the fish is going in, and if he was going to give the fish a name. And when she netted the fish and put it in the bag of water and then put that inside a paper bag, she handed it to him right away to take good care of all the way home until we could get it into its new home. And he took those words to heart. It was just beautiful to see this sweetness and kindness and goodness come out of him. He was meticulous with that fish in the bag all the way home in the car. Even though it was a brief car ride, he checked on it over and over again to want to make sure that this baby fish was doing okay. And then when we got home, he was very attentive to helping me. He actually did the majority of the work in acclimating the fish and introducing it to its new tank. And now whenever he comes over, like he did this past Sunday, he went over to check on how his fish was doing. In just his own way, and it was almost instinctive, he wanted to be a home of goodness for this little baby fish. And it was just beautiful and prayerful for me to witness all of that. In Psalm 68, the psalmist sings about a God who is this master builder who builds these homes of goodness for widows and orphans and prisoners and really for all of us. In verse 10, celebrating this gift of coming to find homes of goodness in the divine throughout our lives in so many ways. In a world that's so chaotic and broken and bitterly divided, we're given a gift in all of that, an invitation in all of that to pause and pray today, reflecting on where it is we come to find real, true, sustaining homes of goodness built in our lives. Now, maybe we find that in the sweetness and innocence of children and their care and concern for even the smallest creatures like a little baby fish. Or maybe we find it in hobbies like I do of fish keeping or other hobbies that really pull goodness and care out of us and fill our lives in return with a sense of goodness and peace and purpose. Or maybe we find it in communities of friends and family and faith that ground us. But ultimately to celebrate today the many ways we encounter that master builder at work, continually building homes of goodness in which you and me and all life, even fish, can dwell. God's peace and blessings to you all.